General Greene. God bless you all tuning in. What a wonderful morning. About to get my early morning workout in. Wanted to do a quick hit update. God bless the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the greatest country in the world, and you are the greatest people in the world. 1776, hoorah. But I want to talk about how the American people have been absolutely set up for this transition, set up into the blockchain age. And all that's happening now is Elon Musk and Donald Trump, still working together, are playing good cop, bad cop. And it's all going to work out. Trust the plan. They've already set all of this up. So we hear Elon, complaining about the triple B, the big beautiful bill, lashing out at the debt. Interest payments here in the United States, of course, are more than the military industrial complex defense spending. So I want you to think about that for a minute, how absolutely ridiculous that is, that America is such a drunken hooker sailor. It spent so much money that its interest expense alone, with rates even at historical lows, are more than the entire spending of the US defense budget on an annual basis, of which supposedly protects American citizens. But again, the elites have a plan for all of this, and you must understand what this plan is for the United States of America. You must understand what these people are going to do. So I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. Elon is making a very strong pivot into crypto and Bitcoin. In fact, he mentioned it yesterday, speaking specifically to an X post by Brian Armstrong of Coinbase. He says, if America doesn't get their crap together, well, then Bitcoin will become the new world reserve standard currency. 100%. And this is why Elon has always been a Trojan horse for cryptocurrency and blockchain. His promotion of Doge, the doggy coin, going on SNL. He's mentioned Bitcoin in the past about, you could buy a Tesla with Bitcoin, etc. So what's about to happen has already been pre-planned. And this is what I want you to understand. June will be up only. I'm telling you straight up now, as I did my video wrapped in the American flag a couple days ago in front of the Green Machine Lambo, okay, and G.I. Joe over here, I explained to all of y'all that June will be up only because this is the reset. So let me get very specific what the elites are going to do. Very, very specific. And then you need to go out and panic buy as much Bitcoin, crypto, RSR, real assets. You need to be getting into things like this, real estate, as you possibly can, because this is going to be a hyperinflationary, pre-engineered, pre-planned collapse. Even gold and silver hitting new all-time highs, gold has, and silver breaking out today for like its strongest print in 13 years. Because again, the American dollar is dead. It's dying. The elites got rid of it. What is their plan? Well, I specifically stated this on X. Follow me there. I'm going private at 100K followers. Thank you for subscribing and following me on X. The algorithms are a lot more friendly, by the way. But what the elites have planned is super, super simple. They're basically resetting the US debt into blockchain, into stablecoins. Stablecoins will be forced to buy the debt and absorb it. Okay? And then AI, robots, and all of this new technology will absorb the new system. This is what they've planned. And this is what I told you decades ago when I wrote my book, Think and Grow Bitcoin Rich, or I taught my courses 15 years ago and told you to buy Bitcoin under 1,000 USD equivalent. I told you that Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain and stablecoins was a Trojan horse. And the elites had set you up for the reset. The way they're going to get rid of the debt is move it and absorb it into the stablecoin bill legislation. While they're doing that, they're going to hyperinflate the currency to nothing, and then they're going to push and move into the solution. The solution has always been Bitcoin and crypto. Bitcoin, the plan has always been for Bitcoin to be the gold standard reserve currency of the world, which you can borrow against. At JP Morgan Chase, for example, and he once said Bitcoin was a scam, he's now allowing you to rehypothecate your Bitcoin, which basically means they're going to allow you to borrow against your Bitcoin. So that admits, JP Morgan Chase and Jamie Dimon admit that Bitcoin is actually a reserve standard asset. If you're allowed to mortgage your Bitcoin, borrow against your Bitcoin suddenly at the major financial institutions, that means Bitcoin has been authenticated. Also, and confirmed as the new world reserve assets. Circle just went through its IPO today. Circle, if you don't know, created by Goldman Sachs. I told you this for years. Again, it's all Wall Street, guys. This wasn't hard to figure out. You just got to study and figure out where this stuff comes from. Circle, which is Goldman Sachs and is Wall Street, created by them, created the stablecoin technology USDC. And guess what USDC has to be backed by? US Treasury debt. US Treasury debt. All US stablecoins through the Genius Act have to buy. Guess what? US Treasury debt. US Treasury debt. So what they're doing, it's good cop, bad cop. It's optics. Trust the plan. Elon, Trump, great friends. Great people. They're doing good things for the country. But they're not fighting. It's good cop, bad cop. They're creating the problem to deliver the solution, to transition the American people into the new system they pre-planned. And they had this all planned years ago. They had it planned all the way back to September, you know what, 1/1. They had it planned all the way back there. Remember, blow up a huge bubble, go spend all of your money, pump the stock market, create inflation, take your kids to Disneyland. All of it has been a setup to the new system. They don't need traditional infrastructure. They do not need the old-fashioned banks anymore. They don't need the old currency. They've destroyed it by design with intention. So it's very easy to understand, and what you should be doing is profiting from this scenario, making, millions of dollars. And this month, I'm telling you straight up, this is going to be the biggest up-only month in June you've ever freaking seen. And I already told you this months ago. I said, we will be rallying through July 4th. Massive military parade coming up, June 14th, I think it is, by Trump. Why is he doing that? Conjuring the propaganda of the state, right? Fireworks in our sky. There's going to be jets flying across. There's going to be pandemonium, golden age hysteria. Okay, it's all programming people into the psyop of the transition into the new system, the transition into the stablecoin era, the transition into Bitcoin and crypto, the transition into robotics and AI, which will all absorb the mess they created. And then what's ever left over will be paid to the peasant class in the form of universal basic income. That's what they always planned on. It's very easy to understand. For example, artificial intelligence companies will probably be forced by the government to take a percentage of their revenue, whatever percentage that is, and then pay it into UBI distributions. Because unemployment's going to skyrocket. Unemployment will be 10 to 20% within 1 to 3 years. Real and underemployed will be 50%. In my opinion, as Bitcoin soars, skyrockets, cements itself as the new world reserve currency, and voila, you're in the reset. So I've never been more bullish. Also Ethereum, man. Have you checked out Ethereum? Check Ethereum because this is going to pump our freaking altcoins. We know this for certain because, of course, as Ethereum pumps, everything else pumps. RSR pumps. All the memes pump. Everything goes pumpity pump and pumps to the freaking moon. But Ethereum, if you look at it, is a really tight band. I'm actually expecting probably somewhere between 3,200, 3,500 Ethereum, 3,200 on the conservative prediction. That'll send the altcoin market absolutely soaring. And also, there was some lesser known updates that a lot of you probably missed this week. In fact, the government has alluded to the fact that staking won't be considered a security. So that's actually huge news for Ethereum. And you always want to see the band if you're looking at technicals. Anytime you're trading in a band like this, it means you're going to get a very explosive move. So Ethereum is just trading at this band. It's already up like 40% over the last month. It's going to soar. Wall Street's moving in. Goldman Sachs already owns all of it. Wall Street screwed the American people again. The U.S. debt will only increase. Donald Trump spent $8 trillion during his previous administration. Joe Biden spent $6 trillion. This new BBB bill, right? The big, bad, beautiful bill or whatever is another $4 trillion. So we're going to be at $41 trillion worth of debt, which is the plan. Again, man, the plan, trust the plan, is to reset the American sheep into the new system. then robots, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and Bitcoin, and then UBI as the social safety net will absorb the new system. See, this is the new scam that they're moving everyone into. Now, Bitcoin isn't a scam. Real assets aren't a scam. Real estate isn't a scam. Gold, silver isn't a scam. It's real. It's physical. It's cash flow producing in this case. It's actually real. But the point is, your currency is a scam. You were scammed by Wall Street. They told you not to buy Bitcoin. They told you it was a scam. They told you it was rat poison squared. Remember Warren Buffett and the late Charlie Munger? Remember when Jamie Dimon told you it was tulip mania? Now they're allowing you to deposit your Bitcoin and borrow against it. They scammed you. They don't like you. And I'm being nice. So pivot, leverage, profit. Also, in fabulous news, we will officially close on our 6th property at Trump Tower, Waikiki, our beachfront unit. This is property number 6. Absolutely amazing. We're in control of $33.5 million now, along with over 400 members, you tuning in from around the world. That is absolutely insane. It's only been 2.5 years. We've already closed on 6 properties, no bank debt. Absolutely incredible. We're across 3 islands, Maui, Big Island, also Waikiki, Park City, Utah, and so much more as we're now set to internationally expand this year. So again, in this very short period of time, I'm telling you, June, up only. June is up only into July 4th. Crypto, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is set to 2 to 3x. Bitcoin will likely be trading at 250K by year end. Could happen sooner rather than later because there's a panic that's going to start. Then you get surprise announcements. You get tariff deals with China. You get renegotiations with China. You get peace with Vladimir Putin. You get some kind of deal signed with Putin. Boom! Unlock champagne bottles. Oh, it's the golden age. It's so amazing. Oh, Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Oh, it's the golden age. Fireworks go off. Huge military rallies. MAGA. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what they're building. They're building a narrative. It's very easy to understand. It's a news narrative. It's a newsworthy event. It's psychological programming. Golden Dome. Golden age, the Bitcoin. Trump's kids now telling you Bitcoin's going to millions of dollars suddenly. Again, it's all been one big setup. And what is that setup? Transfer you to the new system, absorb the old debt into the new system, force stable coins to buy the debt, that absorbs the debt, send Bitcoin higher, remonetize America through Bitcoin and crypto, create massive hyperinflation, and then take all the money and move it in the biggest wealth transfer ever to very few hands. And guess who's over here, guys? This is Wall Street over here. This is Goldman Sachs. Okay, this is Elon Musk. This is the billionaire class. This is Jamie Dimon. This is all these people, and they're going to suck up all of the wealth. And then as that creates a problem and there's high unemployment and robots are taking over and they're merging humans with machines and they're going full biological, etc., they'll then roll out universal basic income because, well, they'll need universal basic income at that point. By then it's over. Pivot, leverage, profit. Again, this is when you want to be panic buying and you want to be greedy. No one else is greedy here. No, there's no pandemonium yet. I'm not seeing on CNBC Bitcoin new all-time highs. I'm not reading about Ethereum pumping 200%. I'm not reading or seeing altcoins up 10x yet. Soon. Soon. So this will be the pump of a freaking lifetime. The video I did wrapped in the American flag 2 days ago was very prescient. And the reason I shot that is I always shoot those videos so then I can look back on them like a year from now and see that Bitcoin went up, 500%. That's why I shoot it. The last one I did, I'm throwing the chairs, Bitcoin's at 16K. Now it's at 104K. So I love doing that. And I can also see it in the algorithms too. I can see it in the algorithms, I can see it in social behavior, and I can see it online across these platforms. We are nowhere near greed. We are nowhere near pandemonium. So this month, I'm telling you, June, up only. Trust the plan. It's a little good cop, bad cop. Elon's going to move full force, start talking, tweeting, move into Bitcoin maximalism, and also be pumping cryptos. All of this is going to congeal into the blockchain reset that they always intended. And those of us in are going to get richer and richer and richer and richer and richer because, again, it's easy to figure out. Bitcoin is the solution. Stablecoins, blockchain, and cryptocurrencies are the solution to the deep state's plan for the American reset. The golden age is going to be insane. This is going to be a new renaissance. I mean, people are going to be worshiping the golden age. I'm not worshiping it. I'm just saying it's going to be fun too. So I don't know, maybe I'll even fly out for the military rally so I can sit there in the stands and hoorah, yeah, golden age, because again, they're pushing that rhetoric. They're pushing that narrative for what they're setting up the American people for. God bless the United States of America. I love you all. Like and share. Talk to Papa John. Links below. Get in with a minimum of 150 units. Make sure you buy in so that you become a proud owner of our already 6 existing no bank debt properties. Then come and visit. It's a lifestyle investment. Get all the true equity, 100% ownership of all the future capital gains, just like if you bought the properties on your own, but fractionally. Future income distributions and our 1000X token launch, which will be launching into the golden age. Again, we already planned on this. We already knew the American people were set up. This is why I told you to buy Bitcoin under 1,000, guys. This is why I told you to freaking get in. This is why I was throwing chairs in the pool just about a year or two ago at 16K. And now I'm telling you now, Bitcoin, 250K by year end. God bless. Jesus Christ is King. Visit us at islandproject.com. I love you and I pray for all of you. It's going to be a great summer. In June, we'll be up only.